Well, where do we begin? Let's see. I tell you what I'll do. Obviously, I have a lot to say about the governor's race. A lot. I'm going to tell you things you don't even know. I'm going to tell you why I'm so happy this morning. I'll give you the full scoop. I didn't want to give it to you during the campaign. All right. Well, let me take a commercial break. How's that? Because I'm going to get started. The thing is here, I'm stifled because I want to get started, and then I know I have to break for a commercial. I'm bursting is what's happening here. I'm bursting with information, and I have to organize it. Fred, give me the commercial break, and then I'll come back and start the discussion part of the program right after these words.
We're back with the nominee for the talk show series Cable Ace Award, Howard Stern. G-L-K-E-G-L, the four-letter word for pure rock. 97.1 The Eagle.